Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Paragunner, and this is my review of Uncharted 2. Now, I think that this game is really good. I just want to say that right off. And I am going to be basing this review based on the story of the game, the environments, the gameplay, and how much fun I had in it. So, just in case you're new, or you haven't seen my reviews before, that's what it's all about. So, first category is story. Let's talk about story. So in Uncharted 2, we are back with Nathan Drake, and when it starts off, you have no clue what's happening, so the story sucks. Just kidding, the story's awesome. But anyways, when it starts off, you are in a train hanging off of the side of this huge snowy mountain, and you have no clue what's happening. So you end up kind of fainting as you get out of the wreckage and stuff, and you have some flashbacks and stuff. So the story in this game is you are looking for the Chintamani Stone, which is in Shambhala or Shangri-La, and you will meet some new characters which are well done for the most part. Characters that are meant to be evil and mean and menacing are evil, mean, and menacing. Characters that are meant to be dirtbags, they're dirtbags. And other characters that you are supposed to have mixed feelings about are characters that you have mixed feelings about. So, one of the newest characters who plays a very big role in this game is Chloe Fraser. Now, Chloe Fraser is a girl that Nate knew from the past, and she is kind of like a second love interest in this game. But there are some very cool sort of twist things, and like, does he like her or not, and can he trust her, or is she just going to side with the bad guys? And there is also Elena who returns, and Sully, although Sully isn't in the game that much. That's one thing I kind of didn't like, but Uncharted 3 does make up for that. But anyways, this story really focuses on Nate, Elena, and Chloe, and also kind of the bad guys too, as they go to find this treasure. And it's pretty sweet. It's really good. Pretty much everything in the second game has improved on the first game by quite a bit. One of those things being the look of the characters and their sort of like animations and cutscenes, or just when you're playing. The characters look very good. They look, I'm not gonna say they look real, because it's hard for video games to make characters look entirely real, but they look somewhat close to real. So that's it for the story. This story is really good, really fun, really fast-paced. It's this treasure hunt. One thing that I did like, although, it's something that has to do with the treasure, where I kind of feel like it was too similar to the first game in that aspect. But other than that, I think the story is really well done. The environments in it are also pretty well done. There are a lot more places that you go to other than just like jungles, kind of like in the first game. We are now going to cities, still going to some jungles. We are in snowy mountains. We are in museums, and we are on moving trains. We are everywhere. This game is pretty epic, pretty awesome with the environments. They are laid out very well too, and they look beautiful, and just like the characters. And yeah, Nathan Drake's beautiful. That did not sound right. But anyways, the environments in this game look very good and realistic for the most part. Now for gameplay. So the first thing is the gunfights. I think that the gunfights have improved a lot since the first game. And in the first game, part of it was I was always getting frustrated because they were really hard. Well, that's true in the second game. About once you get halfway through, pretty much all of them are really hard. That's kind of just how Uncharted games go, but I think that they have improved a lot on the gunfights and gunplay. There are a lot more guns now. You can like pick up gasoline tanks and throw them at people and shoot them and stuff. There's just a lot more things that they bring into the fighting aspect of the game, as well as melee combat being better, and it's way easier to do stealth attacks now than it was in the first game. As far as puzzles go, sometimes they can be a bit hard to figure out at first, but I think that there is kind of more of an emphasis on puzzles. They're kind of bigger things that you're doing, and they're really cool too. Like, even if it's just aiming beams of light or in places, or like unlocking some gate or whatever, They're really fun puzzles to do, and they also involve parkour, which is the next part of gameplay that I'm going to be talking about. The parkour is really good. There's some problems where Nate won't jump where you want him to, but for the most part he will jump where you want him to. And I found that in this game there aren't really any parkour sections which will take you 15 minutes to pass. That was one problem that I had in the first game. There was one particular parkour part that I just could not pass, and it literally took me 15 minutes or more to get past it just because of one stupid rope vine early on in the game. Okay, so the feel to the gameplay is very well, and something that I see that they have done since the first game, they have these moments in it that are just epic. Like, even from the very start of the game, it just starts out, it's epic. You're climbing off of a train while it falls off of a mountain. I mean, that's just really cool. The whole train part that you are on, which has been shown a lot in like trailers, I guess, and stuff, but that whole train part is cool. There's a segment where a helicopter is shooting at you and you're in these buildings and the building's like falling while you're in it, and it's really epic. Just stuff like that are really awesome. Or when you're jumping from moving car to moving car, it's just really good, and it's kind of what partially just defines the Uncharted series. And now for our last category, fun. This game is a lot of fun. The single player is really good. It is longer than the first game. That's one good thing about it too. Although it can get kind of hard at the end, I found that this game is still extremely fun. It is just a blast to play. I'd say this is definitely one of the best games of all time. And also there is a multiplayer in this game. I actually never got the chance to play the multiplayer in this game because I had to give it back to my friend that I was lending it from. But I have played it in the third one, and it's pretty similar to the one in the third one from what I've heard. So there's even more value, so you can play it even more. If you want, you can go back, try to find all the treasures. Anyways, Uncharted 2 is just awesome. Okay, let's move on to the score of this game. So for the score of Uncharted 2, I do think it's one of the best games of all time, and I'm giving it a 9.6 out of 10. This game, as I've said before, is just an absolute blast. It's so good, and it is definitely one of the best games on PlayStation 3 or any console or PC, whatever. This game is fantastic. I would even say that maybe you should get a PS3 just to play this game if you have enough money. PS3s are not going to cost as much now that the PS4 is almost out, so hey, if you want to, go play Uncharted 2. Just get a PS3 if you don't have one. But yeah, this game's very good, and it does go on my list of top 5 games of all time. This is kind of just what I have so far, so it's going to change over time. But yeah, this game was better than I actually thought it would be, and it's a blast. I've said that many times, and I know that this game got the same score as Battlefield 3, and I put it lower than Battlefield 3 just because, I don't know, I kind of felt like I have a little bit more fun maybe in Battlefield 3, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but the games are very close. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching this review. I will be reviewing Uncharted 3 very soon also, because I've played that game too, and yeah, bye guys, thanks for watching.